pretty good day, actually. Just get my phone logged in, just in case you guys have any questions. What we're going to go through today is a little bit more about the webinar. Now, this is on my offer launch training, which I put a link to. I'm going to show you through that as well a bit later on. We've also got we have GrooveMail back into ChatAmo again, thank God. The amount of hassle that's took is unbelievable. So it's been a bit of a nightmare, but it's all now working. It's working an absolute dream, and we love it because now we are fully compatible, left, right, and center. And what I wanted to go through today was a little bit all about webinars. Now, you could say webinars, you could say live training. The things that I want to go through is, one, why you guys should be doing webinars, right? It's really, really important. What it is a lot of the time when we're trying to sell to people, then with a landing page, we're just doing a straight landing page and a straight opt-in page. What actually happens is that people come in and we're trying to pressure them into a sale. Not maybe it's intentionally, but it's either do or die sort of thing. So they go onto the sales funnel page, they either buy or they don't. Hopefully we get them into the chatbot, and hopefully then we'll persuade them a little bit more. Now, the reason why we actually persuade them is because they're getting to know us. And this brings us to a really important point. Because we're trying to get people to know us, like us, and trust us, then what we can do is we can shortcut that entire process by using webinar or live training, whichever one you want to call it. Now, this is something that Russell Brunson done that actually made ClickFunnels, right? ClickFunnels multiplied in times all over the place. And I know what you're thinking already. You don't want to go out there and you don't want to do webinars because they can be quite difficult. We have you covered. Right, so first off, with all the webinars that we're going to put together, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to give you a complete list of stuff. So I'm just going to share my screen, which I normally forget to do. Now, within this list of stuff, this is going to help you with your webinars, right? So let's just go to downloads. And in with me downloads, what you're going to see is you're going to see, you're going to see all my various different webinars, right? So Realtor webinar scripts. So what you've got is for your first page, we've got your opt-in script. Now, I've done it for realtors at the moment. We are going to be extending it to ManyChat users, ClickFunnels users, Groove users. Hiya, Hilton, how are we doing? ClickFunnels users and everybody else, right? But at the moment, we're just going for real estate agents because it's took us quite a while to get used to the whole webinar setup. So we've got your opt-in script. Now, this is the script that you use on your first page. And this is going to get more people to actually come in and subscribe. Next, you've got your perfect webinar wizard, right? Which is all cool. It's going to actually take you through what you've got to say. And we've even put it into little parts here. So what you can do is you can read it off your computer as you're going, right? So it's actually a proper full-on presentation. Now I've got all the questions. We've got all the ads ready for you to start running the ads. All that's all cool. We've got the realtor email teasers, and we're also going to have all of the various different emails to follow up and things like this. We've got all the trial closes, which what we're doing in the webinar is we'll actually keep on putting out trial closes there all of the time. We've got the realtor sign up page. So when they sign up, when they say, what do we say on that page? And it's all there for you. All you need to do is copy and paste. Right now, the reason why I'm showing you this is because what this means you can do, it means that you can go out and you can actually start selling your agency services, which means you can charge an awful lot of money more per month, right? So you take my outline of the perfect webinar script, and then you would change it to whatever service or you want to do. Now, what I'm doing, I will show you mine. So first off, we have the landing page, right? So this is the landing page, new website that I bought, which is sevenfigurereal.com. It's quite cool, actually. I was quite chuffed on that one. And then what we've got is we've got all of this. So we've got the registration page. We've got the whole intro video, how we're going to get them into the actual webinar, take them through a little bit more, and then we've got the registration page, right? So register at this event. For some reason, Groove puts this thing up. I don't understand why. So we click that one. That's went a bit strange all of a sudden. It wasn't like that a minute ago. So anyway, that registration page we know works for somehow, right? So let's continue. So what we actually have in our webinar is we've got 7 pages, all right? So first off, registration page like I was just on saying. Second off, we have the confirmation page. This one, I'm not really directing people to the confirmation page. I'm sending just directly to Groove's confirmation, so it's no problem. The next one is the actual broadcast. Now, this is a 45-minute webinar. And it's basically free training, shows how to build 7-figure floors within 30 minutes. So it tells them all about how ChatAmo and sales funnels can be used to go out and sell more product, right? Now, I will be doing an affiliate program for this. What I'm going to do as well, I'm going to put a sheet together with all of the various different affiliate program pages, so you guys know exactly which affiliate program you're going after, because the lifetime deal is going away very, very shortly, right? So probably by the end of the day. So I've got all of this presentation, got add to cart, and the add to cart takes them to checkout. On the checkout page, we say thank you very much. Can't wait to see you. That should actually render a little bit better than that. And we basically charge them either $4.97 or $97 per month, which we're going to have an affiliate program on. So it means you get 40% of this as well, right? Now, if I was signing somebody up for my services, I would sell them that first before I go in for the rest of the services. I would do the services on the upsell page. Next, we have the thank you page, which we're going to say, bum, ba, bum, thank you very much. Your order's complete. Can't wait to see you on the inside, so on and so forth. And then I've also added an OTO page, which I'm not 100% sure I'm going to actually do my OTO because I don't particularly want to go back into agency work. I know some of you guys want to have agencies and want to run affiliates and things like this. So in this case, I would do the OTO. And you've got your downsell page. Everything's all there. Now, what this means you can do, it means that you can go out and you can actually start persuading customers, right? So what we're doing is we're selling without selling, right? And this is really quite important because what I see a lot of people doing is they're going out there and they're trying to sell, but they're trying to sell pretty hardcore, which is never a way to try and sell. Don't try and sell hardcore. Because, for example, I have an iPhone right here, right? Now, I've had every iPhone on the go since iPhone 1, right? I think I missed out 9. So I had iPhone 1, iPhone 2, iPhone 3, iPhone 4, iPhone 6, iPhone 7, iPhone 8, missed out 9, couldn't see the point in it, iPhone 10, and I'm now on iPhone, I think it's a 13 or something. Now, never once has somebody ever come to my door and tried to sell me an iPhone, right? Never once have they sent me to a landing page and tried to sell me an iPhone. And the reason that is first off because of word of mouth. Everybody keeps on talking about iPhones. Second off, they've got a lot of really cool adverts out there, and they make a whole situation for wanting to buy. They put Steve Jobs, or at least used to put Steve Jobs front and center, and you would buy because Steve Jobs was an amazing man and you liked everything about him. Now, it doesn't matter if you go iPhone, Samsung, whatever. And it doesn't matter if you notice a lot of people who haven't got an awful lot of money will still go out and pay $1.50 for an iPhone. Go figure. But won't pay $1.50 for their own education. I don't really understand that. But anyway, what it is people always find money for what they want, what they feel like buying, right? And this is what we're doing with a webinar. We're actually giving them the feelings, right? And within the webinar, I'll actually show you the script. Let's see if I can just find that. So we'll go into downloads again. And I'm going to take you through the actual script if I can find it. Right. So let's have a quick look. Excuse me while I smoke this disgusting e-cigarette thing. Right. So this script's really quite important, right? This is the basic script that I'm going to give you guys as well. Obviously, you can change it if you're not going after realtors. I will be also changing it in various different bits, but I want to just run you through the actual script so you can see what it's all about. So first off, we give them the hook, right? But within the hook, we don't actually tell them the conclusion. Sorry, next door seems to be shouting bomb. So we don't actually give them the conclusion as to how we're going to do it, right? So how to set up a 7-figure funnel, realtor business without being held hostage by a tech guy, right? So we're going after one of their main fears, which is they don't really know how to market. They're going to have to employ a tech guy. They're going to have to employ an agency, and we don't really want them to do that. We're going to show them a different way around that. That's going to be better and cheaper for them. So next, we're going to go in their fees a little bit more. So if you've failed at sales flows in the past, it's not your fault, right? So first thing, if we allay people's fears and we tell them that's not their fault, people are more likely to start listening to us. It's always nice. Nobody ever wants to admit that's their fault they failed, right? It's whole human nature thing, right? If you've been concerned in the past that you can't succeed with sales flows, put those fears to rest. So we're talking about all their different fears. So this one here, we'll put them together. That's not their fault. We can help them, and we have the solution. We join them actually where they are on the problem, not the solution, right? If you think big websites like Realtor.com want you to think you can't make more sales or how to get more sellers want to sell their homes without them, this is true. I don't know why it's got not true, but this is true. So we're saying, right, okay, let's start throwing stones at their enemies. The likes of Realtor and whatnot charge an absolute fortune to various real estate agents for them to actually get the leads. And then they share the leads with everybody. It's an absolute nightmare and terrible for them. Right? If you ever thought that big websites, probably right. I'll put that again. So let's just get rid of that one. So you guys actually have it a little bit better. So you can actually realize it a little bit easier. Right, so we're here to show you how to set up sales flows within 30 minutes during this webinar. So you could change the word webinar to train if you want to, and it's all cool. There's particular people that we're going after as well with this webinar. When we're going out to actually promote this webinar, if you're using sales, if you're using YouTube ads, Facebook ads, sorry, what we can do is we can target ClickFunnels users, right? Because first off, they used to spend a lot of money within webinars. Russell Brunson trained them to spend money all of the time. That's why he's got all of these low-end offers and higher-end offers and all the rest of it. So we can go after his clients because first off, we know that they're already trained. Second off, we can cross-reference those with real estate agents, right? And real estate providers and realtors and all the rest of it. So we can cross-reference every one of those and get our niche down really tight. So first off, we're getting people who's already got sales funnels. So they're already trained in sales funnels. We don't need to convince them on sales funnels. Second off, they're used to spending money. So we know that they're already spending money. It's cool. And they're already trained to spend money. So we're getting those as well. Thirdly, we're solving some of the biggest problems that realtors have, which is what we're actually going through. Right. So after that one, what we're going to do, my goals from this masterclass. So this is going to be all about, again, hooking them in. So I want to help people make more sales and people to show how to sell homes without getting bogged down with technical stuff or being held hostage by a tech guy. Right. So again, we're reiterating what we've already said. The only way for you to make more sales and get more sellers wanting you to sell their homes is through sales flows. And the only way to do sales flows is through ChatAmmo. So we're saying, right, okay, the vehicle that you've used before is good, but it's not as good as this other vehicle, right? Obviously, sit and rephrase this as you would say it. This is just me, note it down so I can read it and just do the whole thing. So next, we're going to do a who are you, right? Now, this is really important, and this is something I never do enough of, and you should do it massively. So first off, you should tell them exactly who you are, right? So first, I'm not a technical person. I enjoy selling online, set up loads of funnels and flows that help realtors, and figured out how to make realtors money. Now, then you then go into your story. Now, this is where you can get an absolute connection with your dream customers because you're going to tell them something personal about yourself and you're going to flag out the whole story, right? You want that story is something where they can relate to you. If you're already up the top of a mountain where they want to be, you have to walk down the mountain, get them by the hand, and then show them the exact way on how they get success. The way you're going to do that is people are pre-programmed to listen to stories, right? It's the way that we all survive, why we all watch films and things like this. Movies, sorry, the accent's really bad on films. Right, so we're going to show them exactly how we got started online. We're going to show them how we struggled, what sort of struggles we went through, what was our eureka moment, where we got aha. Now, we're not going to actually say the aha moment. We want them to actually experience the aha moment themselves, right? Really important. And you're going to get an awful lot more engagement. Hiya, Hilton. Sorry, I've never seen you properly there. Right. So, and tell them all that. We're going to tell them all of the hard stuff that went through. And then we're going to tell them that, you know, now we've finally succeeded in it and we want to help other people or whatever it is that your driving is. Right. Does this apply to you? Well, it works no matter what homes you want to sell or represent. It makes it possible to sell where others can't because we're showing this exactly. The story is building rapport all the way through. And that's what we're really after. We're not after convincing somebody this is a good idea because convincing just means we're going to talk them into something that we want them to do. We're after persuading them that this is their idea. This is something that they want to go after. Not particularly what we want to. You won't hear me sales up until a lot further down. So results and proof. If you've got any results and proof, then you can use this. If not, what you can do is you can say that you're looking for more testimonials. And so that's why the price is so low. Right. So results proof, turnaround real estate businesses before. What I realized was we don't have enough testimonials. Because we don't have enough testimonials, we're offering this at a one-time, massively reduced price. Now, obviously, this price can't last forever, but we're going to go into that a little bit further. Don't worry about the pricing at all as yet. So then we're going to give them 3 secrets. So, secret number 1, how to be everywhere in the area. So, your first choice, no matter where you are, which is always cool. So we're going to tell them exactly how we can go out and we can blast them all over. So they're going to be Facebook, YouTube, Google, Instagram, LinkedIn, and all the rest of it. So they're going to be number one choice. Next, we're going to show them how they can get more calls on each property, which is going to be using QR codes on their actual hoardings, saved within their phones, and various other stuff like this. Then we're going to tell them all about how we can guide people down the exact flow to find out the details, what they're looking for in a home, and to actually gather all those details and keep all of that data. Right, so we're going to get the data. No, Dali. Keep all that data. Jesus. So we're going to be able to get their email addresses. Now, we're also going to point out that if we have a social media email address, you get 70% more sales. We can get their correct phone numbers, right? These are all things that they shared with Facebook. So we can gather all of these bits in together, right? So how to be everywhere in your area. So your first choice. So we're going to attack their fears. So you've got internal, external fears. So internal fears might be, I don't understand how sales flows work. I don't know how to do them. So you're going to tell them a story about how you had internal fears about, well, I didn't understand how sales flows worked. And what happened was I was spending days trying to work out a simple sales flow. And in the end, I was having to employ various different people to build these sales flows for us. So I could actually learn from those people. And I went out and I spent so much money on various different training courses and what. And finally, I began to see a sales flow and how it actually worked and how I could start directing people into the thing, into whatever it was I was selling. Right. So I realized it would work for realtors. So I found out I could find out exactly what sort of property somebody's looking for. Then I started setting up floors left, right, and center, which is true. When I was in ManyChat, you want to go and look at ManyChat on the expert section, you will see Sean McManus, picture of me that I the only picture I ever use. So started up setting up floors left, right, and center, and I started increasing awareness for my various realtor clients. Right. So again, we can give some examples, some screenshots if you've got them. That's all cool. Secret number one, you might be thinking, does it work in real estate, right? So these are more of their fears. Will it get attention? Will it work if I sell high-end homes? And will it work for first-time buyers? Well, we're going to relay those fears and tell them it works for everything, right? The sales flow process works to sell, right? That's all it does. It gets the information and it sells. Secret number two, how to get more calls on each property. Many really think I'm not good at technical stuff. I could rephrase this a little bit. Let me tell you a quick story. So we're going to tell them about how it's going to get them more calls on each property. So we're going to tell them all about QR codes. So, quick story. We had these realtors, and all they were doing was putting their telephone numbers and websites up on the various hoardings that were outside of their, don't like that word, hoardings that were outside of the different properties. And what was happening was we found out that a lot of people just walking past these hoardings and they couldn't remember the phone number. They didn't write down the phone number. They thought, I'll just remember the website. It's okay. Although driving in the car, I thought, I'll just remember it. It's no problem. When they got back home, then they found out they couldn't remember the actual thing. So couldn't remember the actual phone number. So then they went searching. And when they went searching, they actually landed on realtor.com. Right. And from realtor.com, they then found that property, right? Because somebody listed it on Realtor as well. Now, then what that meant was all of a sudden, rather than you getting that phone call directly or you getting that direct person into your flow, they were now gone. They were now gone to whoever the highest bidder was on realtor.com. And so that was then sold off to the highest bidders. So now instead of you getting the direct message and getting all of that data, what's now happening is you're having to fight against all of these other real estate agents, which is never a good thing. Right. So little story about the background. So tell a story how I used to make a team, put things together. So to get a QR code before was absolute torture. What you had to do is you had to go to a QR code generator. Then from the QR code generator, we had to then tie that QR code in with a flow, and then trying to tie that in with a flow was a bit of a nightmare. And it would take us like all night trying to do things. But then we started doing chat ammo, and all of a sudden it started working an awful lot better. Right? Obviously, you can expand these stories. Don't just go off my stories. I'm crap at stories. I'm really, really bad at it. Right, so we can then show past flows. So we can show them actually the flows working. We can show funnels made with chat ammo, and we can compare the time spent. So I can show them a complete demo of me building out a sales funnel, which I'm going to do as one of their follow-ups on the emails. I'm going to go through that as well. I'm going to do that on one of the follow-ups on the emails. And we're going to show them the various different bits on what they should be interested. And I'm going to do between a 5 or 6 day email thing, right? So 5 or 6 days, our email is going to keep on going out and we're going to be in the money, right? Hopefully. So some realtors might think, I'm not a programmer, I'm not a designer, I'm not a marketer, right? Don't worry, neither am I, right? Chat Ammo does all of the work for you, right? That's why we invented this cool program. Secret number 3, guide people down the exact flow listings that they want to do. So again, we're going to go through the whole stories. We're going to show them how a sales flow, we'll guide them down, ask them questions, and all the various other bits, right? Remember, we're also going to tell them about how we can get the people to it. It's not good just describing this part if you don't already have described how we can get people in. So what we're going to say is, you might have heard of chatbots for realtors before, such as ManyChat or Chatmatic or Chatfuel or Mobile Monkey or things like this. And they're great. They work really, really well for real estate agents. The only problem is that you don't get traffic as part of it. So even though you've got this chatbot, which you're now trying to get to communicate with the various different sales funnel builders, then what you've got is you've got two separate programs, and one of them is not getting any traffic, and you can't make any sales without traffic. Now, we decided to actually tackle that, and with ChatAmmo, we decided to publish everywhere. We decided to auto comment, auto reply, and blah, blah. And we're going to all this little lot, right? So we tell them how we actually start building their business out by driving more traffic, right? So we go all through this lot. We figured out that so many people were bouncing out of traditional sales funnels, which is where they try and ask for the name and email address. And so many people failing with this, it's beyond all belief. It's reckoned there's about 80% of all people bounce off the front end of a landing page. Now, with realtors, it's a little bit worse because everybody expects them to come out and start doing hard sales on them. Now, what we did find out was once we put the little QR codes on the various homes, and once we put the login with Facebook onto our landing pages, a lot more people come through. So again, we show the tool there. We got 70% more sales if your sellers have an actual social media email address, sorry. So they don't know how to run good ads, create good ads, find places to run ads. We can say, listen, with our system, you don't need to run as many ads, right? Realtor ads are so limited. And do you really want to be fighting with every other realtor? Don't worry, we also show you how to run various different ads within YouTube, within Google, and within anything else. But we're going to show you how to make sales funnels for particular homes and make each sales flow for a particular home. But all you need to do is just drag and drop them. Really, really simple. And all the sales flows are pre-built for you, so it takes you a matter of minutes to actually change them. Now then, this is the important part. Right after you've went through all of that, right, on whichever subject is that you're going out to sell, whatever your niche is, right, after you've done all that, we ask them, are you enjoying it so far? Now, if you're using Groove, we can't do live webinars yet, right? So remember that bit. So what you're going to do is you can actually pause a little while, right, and pretend you're waiting for some answers for questions. With Groove, you can already set up some parts that the answers will all go automatic, and you'll see answers starting coming in, which is an awesome thing to happen. So you'll say, right, okay, how are you enjoying the webinar so far? So then we've covered how to be everywhere. Secret number 2 and secret number 3. So we'll go through the things again, what we've actually covered. And then in Groove, we're going to automate some people popping up and say, loving the webinar, yeah, tell me more, blah, 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 and all this sort of thing. So they start seeing some interaction within it. Not strictly white hat, but a good thing to do. Well worth doing it. So who wants to take the next level? Put it in the question and answer box. I'm ready. So you'd have a load of people all saying, I'm ready. So you'd auto fill that in, right? Introducing the ChatAmmo Realtor package of software and tools. Right. So what ChatAmmo Realtor is all about. So it's helping you make more sales and how to get sellers want you to sell the homes within 30 minutes without getting bogged down with technical stuff. I'll tell you to buy a tech guide. So here's what you get. Now, this is called flow stacking, right? Offer stacking. And what we do in an offer stack is we actually build up the whole offer. So as you can see, we go through flow building masterclass. All right. So we go all of this lot, whatever type of work we go for. So number one reason why people don't get started. So we tell them a little story about every one of our offers within the offer stack. And then you'll notice that we say, here's what you're going to get. So we reiterate, whoa, big words at this time of the day. Flow building masterclass valued at $997. You also get ChatAmmo. We go through all ChatAmmo. And then we say, right, okay, this is what you're going to get. You're going to get flow building masterclass, $997, plus ChatAmmo worth a further $997. Your total amount so far is X amount, right? I'm going to keep on going, right? $1 million flow templates, sales funnels. I'm going to give them the sales funnels. We're going to give them SMS and email automation, right? We're going to give them all of this, right? The SMS email automation. I love to play with that one a little bit and tell them about how much it would be if they went out and were using Active Campaign and whatnot. So we'll say, right, you always want to build up a massive email list. if you're using Active Campaign, it will cost you, I think it's about £1,000 per month, right? Obviously, go and check that out. About £1,000 per month. With us, it's not going to cost you that. It's going to cost you nowhere near. So I had two choices. I'm going to make it cheap or make it valuable. Now, price objections are quite regular, right? So we're not going to worry about making it cheap or making it valuable. There's no bonuses in life. There's no advantage to you being the second cheapest. You can either be the cheapest, in which case you're going to get sales. Second cheapest, you're not going to get any sales. But there's a lot more value if you are the most expensive, right? So unless you're going out there, unless you can actually show this and you're going out there, then you can tell the value of it, right? You can say, look, the value of this is we're doing everything. It's all automated fire. So if you're just selling this as a straight software, or the value is we can do it off fire. There's no need for you to worry about a single thing. You pass over all the details, and every single week we'll get all your posts out there. It's going to take you half a day to do it. We'll build your floors fair. Building the floors maybe takes an hour, and we'll do your sales funnels for you. You just drag and drop the pictures into the sales funnels. Right, we're talking all together, maybe 2 hours, 3 hours a week work for the people. So would it be worth it to you if you could make more sales? What would that be worth to you? Would it be worth the price that we paid to put this all together? If we showed you how many more sellers you can get, want to sell the homes with you, would that be worth it to you? Right, so we're saying what the regular value is. Obviously, work it out for yourself and what the value is. And the regular price will be. So we're going to say, look, it's on special because we want some more testimonials. After this webinar, the prices will be going to X amount of pounds. It's also good if you set up another website that actually shows them the higher price. Are you supposed to screen share? Oh, God's sake. Right? Yeah, I was supposed to screen share. What I'll do is I'll screen share now. Don't worry. I've basically read out everything. I hate this screen share thing. Right. I basically went through everything, so it's not too bad. Right. So we're on to these various different parts, wherever we are. Bum, 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 bum. See if it'll just open up that bit. It won't. Right, so all I've done is I've just basically went through this particular slideshow that we're going. How many times do I forget the screen share? Right, so we tell them all about the various different things and for stacking. Right. Now what we're going to do next, after we've done the offer stacking, well, within this bit I should have actually covered. So within this part, what I want to tell them is it's going to cost them basically nothing, right, to get your ammo and all of the training and everything else. So we're going to tell them what they can get rid of. You can get rid of your autoresponder. You can get rid of your social media poster. So your autoresponder might be Active Campaign. It might be GetResponse. It might be anything at all. And get rid of social media posters. That might be Hootsuite. You can get rid of your messenger bot. You don't need ManyChat anymore. And you're not going to get punished for the amount of people who you actually have subscribing. You can get rid of your photo manipulation software. So again, get shot of them. You don't need it. And you get rid of Tech Guy because we made all the things for them. Right? So we're going to save them money. So we're going to tell them how to save money. We're going to build a flow for you and get traffic to it, right? Which is the important part. Right? So you're going to save time and money. You don't have to hire a tech guy. You don't have to wait for the people. And you don't have to pay for a bunch of other software that don't really work together very well. Right? And we just run through these various different objections, right? And remember, we're always offer stacking. So all the way through, you can keep on saying. And we read out the offer stack. We keep on telling them what they're going to get because we want to remind them, right? So you're going to get Flow Builder Masterclass, Chat Ammo, $1 million flow templates. You're going to get sales funnels. I'm going to name the prices, right? So SMS email automation, Badoom, right? So I'm going to read through all of the various things. If we only done this, would it be worth that to you? Well, it would be because these are the various different pain points that they've got. So this is where we really want to put it in there. Right, so two tries to make it cheap, make it valuable. Right, we're still running through some of the other stuff. Right, so I'm giving you why are we actually giving them a discount. They want to know why because otherwise they're not going to trust you. So I'm giving you the special discount today because I want more case studies where I can go out and show testimonials from people like you and how easily the results can be achieved. Right, I want to sell more of this. And as well as that, I've even got an affiliate program that you can join as well if you want to. Right, so you're not going to pay a $20,000 value. You're not going to pay the regular price, which will be whatever. Today, you're going to pay $497 per year. Right, and that's for Chat Ammo. So you've got two choices. This is the bit I quite like. So you've got your guarantee. Very, very important. Always want to stress your guarantee. So you want to say, If this doesn't help you sell more homes, right, and get you more inquiries to your homes without you getting bogged down with all the technical stuff, then I will happily refund your money. We have a 30-day money back guarantee where I guarantee no questions asked. We will have everything there for you, right? So then ask them, is it worth gambling a few minutes of your time and check this out? Even if it only does half of what I've claimed today, it will pay for itself. It will pay for itself. I don't want that bit there. It doesn't sound quite right, that. Right, so it'll pay for yourself. My dogs are going mental in that house. Right, and as if it wasn't amazing enough already, so we're going to actually stack on top of our offer stack. We're going to offer them a bonus for a limited time. We want them to take action right now. So we're going to say, right, we're going to give you unlimited floors for the first 50 people who sign up for this. Right, now then, as I was telling you, you can automate things in GrooveFunnels. As soon as this happens, we're going to start getting people coming in and saying, buying. And we're going to have maybe about 25 people coming in. We can manipulate the figures within Groove to see how many people's actually in the webinar, right? If you don't want to do the webinar yourself, you could use one of mine. However, you've heard my speech. It's not very good. Do it yourself. Honestly, you'll get over your little nervousness. It's cool. The more times you do it, the better you'll come at it. So we're going to tell them all about the unlimited accounts. I'm going to make it faster and easier. And the value is priceless. So again, we're going to go through the offer stack, show me all offer stack, including this priceless value. Right, so get started today. This is what you're going to get. And you're going to get $497 per year, and it's all cool. Right, when you end the presentation and start the stack, there are lots of really good closes you can use, but I have 16 favorites, which I'm going to give to you. I don't use all of them in presentations, otherwise you sound like a lunatic going through 16 different closes. But you can pick a handful of them that strengthen your argument, right? So one of them is money replenishes. These are the old ones, right? So what you would do is you would go, let's close that one. Save. Right. So what we do is we go to closer scripts. Right. Is on the right one? Right. So these are the trial closes actually. So these ones you keep on peppering in throughout it. So are you ready to get started? Are you getting all of this? Is this making sense? Can you imagine what would happen to you if who wants a free copy of and things like this, right? So there's all of the closes. Then we've got the actual stack. So money is good closing, disposable income, money replenishes. I love that clause. And it doesn't that time doesn't replenish, whereas money always does. You'll always make more money. You'll never get more time. And you want to actually buy the time to spend with your family or whatever you want to do. Right? Break old habits. Another good clause for this one because you bring them a brand new vehicle. So you can say, look, before this, then what happened is you were wasting all of this time, all this energy, trying to get sales and trying desperately, and a lot of the time failing. We know exactly where you were at. We done the same thing. If you're using this, then all of a sudden, now you've got everything you need in place. This is well worth trying. Right, so if I told you the whole system works, so information alone, it's basically take this information alone, you might make more success. You might be able to get the success that you've been looking for. However, personally, I would rather spend a little bit of money today and get all of the help. I'm interested in selling the Chatbot birthday campaign for local businesses. Will the slides be available for members? Yes. I'm going to put the slides in, but the thing to do, right, Hilton, is I've put up a training. Actually, I'll go into the training. I'll show you the training. I'll put this training together because what I found out was, well, what I realized was a lot of people were having absolute chaos trying to follow the various different parts, right, that I put together because I do quite a lot of training. Right, so I've actually put together a course. Now, I like to charge for this course because it's sadly taking forever. But because everybody's in my group, then we are not actually charging a fortune for the course. So what we're going to do, let's have a look, see if I can, how do we log into this as a person? Course membership, portals, no, members. I can never work this out. Right, let's just have a look at courses, see if I can get that. I'm sure there was just a link thing I could do. Right, cancel that. I'll just show you inside the course. Don't know why it can't get a link. Right, so this is Launch Legends, sorry. And what we decided to do within here is we've decided to go through everything with the launch and everything else, right? So We start off with Launch Legends and overview, right? So it tells you exactly why we're doing Launch Legends and what we're actually doing about it. Now, in amongst here, we have the overview, how to sell anything to anybody, hurdles in pricing, where you don't know how to sell, you don't know what to sell, you don't know what sort of price you're going to have. We've got your front end funnel in here as well. We've got your paid prospecting overview. Wow. Please never had a drink last night. Funnel. So that's your first funnel. Now, a lot of this is in the group as well. It's like putting everything together, basically, so you can do it nice and easy. So you've got your Tripwire funnel. It tells you exactly how to get people in via Tripwire. So you want people to raise their hands. Now, there's two ways I could do the realtor funnel or the birthday funnel, which I would do more than a birthday though. You get so much more. Your upsells could be just about endless on a birthday campaign. Would that be for restaurants, by the way, Hilton? Just if you give us a quick message back, because if it was for restaurants, so much more you could offer them that would just keep on selling. Anyway, so Tripwire funnel. You're getting your copy ready. So we'll show you exactly how to get your copy ready. Building your first page opt-in, setting up your payments, funnel build walkthrough, increase offer awareness, how to build irresistible offers, publishing, so important if you don't want to spend a lot of money. Chapters, I want to get rid of that. Yep, right. So for restaurants, okay, I love restaurants. Restaurants are one of my favorites. So first off, obviously, yes, you can do your birthday offer. What I would say is publish as much as possible. Like go through this one. I think I've got a copy of some of this one in the group. You want to be publishing as much as physically possible about how to get offers, right? Then it means you don't have to spend an awful lot of money. Next, get them on a webinar for your birthday, but then as well as the birthday, say, listen, I can even give you the birthday thing for free, all right? What else we have to offer is we can build up your business by using QR codes on tables. We can make people order directly from the tables. From that, you can actually take a percentage of whatever they are selling on the tables, which is the way I like to do it. So I've got about 20, 30 restaurants who I charge around about 5% for all of their orders that come through my chatbot. So I get 5% of 20, 30 restaurants, and I don't do anything. I've built out an e-commerce store once. After building that e-commerce store, I never need to touch it again. And from there, I teach them how to get more takeaway orders and what people come in and collect. I teach them how to get more sales within the bar. I teach them absolutely. And these are all offers that you can actually do. So I just set up a restaurant, put the whole thing in place. And what I normally go out and say to them is, right, look, you've probably been offered a load of restaurant services before, because I see so many agencies pitching restaurant services, then it's a nightmare. And realize that you're probably sick of hearing people saying that they can do this for you and do that for you and do the other. What I would like to do is I want you to go out and test it. So I'll give you it free for 2 weeks. I'll put it in place for you. I'll set it all up for you. If you want to run ads, you just pay for the ads. I'll run the ads for you for free. And then after that, what we'll do is we'll see what sort of takings it does. We'll see if it works for you. Right now, after that, you then go back in and you say, okay, I'm just wondering how it worked for you, because I know I've got another guy interested down the road. I don't want to sell, obviously, and step on your toes if you want it. I'm only going to sell it to you because I don't want everybody else having it. So you then kind of adding pressure on, but not really that sort of pressure, right? So we're offering them the whole chatbot and food ordering and everything else experience, and we're offering all of that all in one go. So we become their go-to people. From there, you can then start offering them. This is where it starts getting really serious money. You then start offering a new website. Right? How would you like a new website? Don't worry, I've got a load of websites built out for you for restaurants. Have a look at it, see if you like it. What it means, we can get you ranked a little bit higher. Because we'll put the chatbot on your website, which then means people engage longer on your website. And it means that because people are engaging longer, more people's going to see your restaurant, and it's going to get ranked higher. After that, you then start running specials where you'll run sales funnels for various different things. And it's kind of endless what you can do with restaurants. There's a guy called Matt Plapp, who is around about the king. I've got really bad ways thing. God, how good was that? Right. There's a guy called Matt Plapp who is about the king of restaurants marketing. He's awesome. And he puts an awful lot of his stuff out there on YouTube as well. Now, he does some stuff that's really complicated. It doesn't need to be as complicated as what he's doing it. But birthdays are an excellent way to get into it. But also at the same time as what you're doing the birthday bots, think about putting in just food ordering as well. Honestly, you'll be shocked how much it makes. Even if each restaurant makes £100 a night, right? That's 30 times 5, which I'm not very good at maths. So that's a decent amount of money. God, my maths is terrible today. I can't even think of it. Right, so 30 times 5, you're talking 150 quid per day. And that's only if they take £100. How many restaurants do you know that can stay open only taking £100? They're a lot more likely to take £1,000. So it means that you've got all your software out there. You've got all your software out there making you money constantly. And you're not having to go and chase up customers. You're just building a simple, easy e-commerce store which you can embed onto their pages as well. You want as many places what you can. I would go out and personally put out all the QR codes if needs be. And everybody who orders inside the restaurant, outside the restaurant, if there's a QR code there, they'll order. Don't take food drinks on. You can even have the 5% on in taxes if you want to. So you can go in every day, have a look, see who's made the money for you, and then just invoice them. Best of it is they will pay you your invoice because suddenly they're getting more sales of something they never had before. So they're getting a takeaway collection service, which they've never been able to do before. Now you've made them able to do that. Now you're giving them that way of doing it, and an awful lot cheaper than Just Eat and Deliveroo and all the rest of them. So it's kind of huge. It's pretty awesome. But I would definitely look at the offer stuff. As I say, there is some of the offer stuff in the group. Because I want to give the group automation as well. Now, once this offer thing's completely finished, I'll put a load of new stuff in there today. Once it's completely filled out, which is going to be not too long, then what I'm going to be doing, I will be charging probably about $700 for it, between $700 and $1,000, I think. Now, this is going to be a huge course, well, a huge amount of stuff where you can sit and go and refer back to it all and actually go through all the different trends. So at the minute, what I decided to do was give it to everybody in the group who wants it. I think it's $47. The reason why I'm going to make it $7 is because me and the girlfriend share a little text message thing that comes through every time we made a sale. And if my sales don't end on a 7, we don't know who made the sale. It's so bad. But every affiliate sale that we get in, she keeps. So she's quite happy about that. In fact, she's keeping half the restaurant stuff as well because I'm taking out via PayPal and I got banned off PayPal. So that's it then, guys. So most important part is I would definitely do, even for the bots for restaurants, definitely look at going into webinars, right? Can you imagine how many pain points restaurants has got? One is staffing levels, right? At the minute, the industry is going through a major problem with staffing levels. You can go out and you can solve that problem for them because now in order from the table, you don't need extra staff. Problem number 2 is takeaway fees. Takeaway fees are huge and they can't get a review from that particular takeaway thing. So if they're using Just Eat, there is no review coming back from Just Eat. And as soon as somebody types in Indian in Washington, which is where I am at the minute, so Indian in Washington, they're going to be greeted with 20, 30 restaurants. You can bypass that as well. You can say, look, we're going to make you omnipresent over Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, blah, blah, blah. So you don't have to worry about that. Also, your reviews, we can get you we can get you higher up Google because we're going to go in there. I'm going to keep on asking people for more reviews. So once they've ordered food off you, the next day we say, hi, how do you enjoy your food? Is it cool? And the quite nice, we can offer them coupons and discount tokens, all of that, which is another nice little bonus what they've got. Another one is websites or group. Oh, I love Groupon. I go after everybody on Groupon. It's a nightmare. I used to when I used to have the agency. So Groupon, you can go in, you can say, listen, why are you discounting this food? What's happening here is you're actually devaluing your business. Do you realize how much money you're actually losing by doing this? And you can put all of that all in a webinar, right? In that webinar, it's just made to go out. Now you can use the various different parts. I'm actually putting I want to put most of them in the group so you can download them, but I'm going to put them all in the membership site as well. And these can be altered, right? So go in there, and when you're talking about, there's just so many add-ons. It's kind of endless. I adore restaurants. I started off in restaurants. I went restaurants, realtors. I've done a lot of gyms. I love gyms. I started helping other tattoo shops, not in my local area, because otherwise that would be a nightmare, making more work for myself, so I don't do that. But help a lot of tattoo shops down the other part of the country. And all of these things are all like stupid little things that add on, but so much value to the customer. Can you imagine an offer stack where you start saying, right, okay, so you don't need to worry about your staffing. We've got all your staffing sorted. As long as you've got some in the kitchen and 1 or 2 waitresses, right? We don't need to start taking orders anymore from waitresses. We just go out there and collect the money, right? When we've got cash and delivery and all this little. You don't have to worry about your Just Eat bills. You don't have to worry about this. You don't have to worry about that. You don't have to worry about. And that offer stack then becomes absolutely out of this world because we're also collecting everybody's SMS and emails. We're putting the QR codes on everybody's tables for the chance to win a free dessert. We're doing the birthday bot, which is awesome, and then putting the QR codes to win a free dessert. Everybody's going to scan the QR code or even a free meal. Everybody scans the QR code. Everybody's now on your email list, SMS list, and then we just send them out messages. And on quiet days, send out a message. Hey, I realize you're coming back home from work about 5 o'clock. Do you want to call past and grab yourself a dinner? And you can do it. There's a great app at the minute called Too Good to Waste. Right? Amazing app. What that app does is it comes the end of the night and the end of the day, and it puts out a load of offers, right? So there's a carvery just around the corner from us. And every day, they say, right, we're going to have 10 carveries left. So just as they're about to shut out, they send out a big message to everybody and say, right, we've got 10 of these carveries left, blah, blah, blah. Does anybody want them cheaper? Can you imagine if you could do that for your restaurant? All of a sudden, your restaurant's got no food wastage, right? You could say, right, okay, listen, every night, if you're going to have any stuff left and it's no good for the next day, you can send out an SMS to everybody in your list, and whoever cuts there first gets the thing. So they'll say order via text, order it now, and come and collect later on. You've now reduced all their food wastage and increased their profits by another good fair few percentage. So it's a good way of doing it. So rather than them going out and selling a meal for $20, the end of the night, they're going to go out and sell it for 10. And you've got all that money made as well for them and for yourself. So you'll become like the solver of all of their different problems. Anyway, I'm babbling and I'm talking about restaurants, and I was supposed to be talking about websites. So people's going to get very confused in this one. So hopefully that's helped. But of course, we're always here. If anybody's got any problems, then that's what we're here for. And if you want the course, then please head over to the course. If you've already bought the course, then there's a lot of updates. Just say I went on there because I've been a busy lad today. I've been lying in bed. Shocking. So it's all up there as well. Right. Thanks for watching and speak soon. Cheers. Bye.